Hello, good afternoon. James William Mugeni is my name. I'm a medical clinic officer by profession, a certified public manager. James William Mugeni, I'm currently living in the United States. I simply say that because people usually ask me, where are you? Those who ask me, where are you, sometimes think I have no role to play. Of course, some of them ask for security reasons. They want to find out. I have always been tracked down, followed by security people, even while in Uganda. I remember in Uganda, one time I was tracked down, and when they got me, Andrew Mwenda, I can quote you, you ended up describing me as a non-starter, an overzealous person who is a non-starter. Recently, Rip Olanya, when he came to the United States and there were protests here, Norbert Mao described me as a morgue attendant. I think the word morgue attending to me sounds better. A morgue attendant, yes. A morgue attendant meaning a person who attends. In medicine we call it last office, which is okay for me. But that said, I will always speak irrespective of where I am. Those of you who know me in Tororo, where I come from, I ran talk shows on Radio Veros, I ran talk shows on Rock Mambo. And once in a while, those who come in the sports fraternity, from the sports fraternity, I always appeared on Sports Bar in Kampala. I earned myself a distinct certificate of debate from Club Obligato. If I can remember, I think Dr. Kayondo and somebody called James Wasula or something. I still have that certificate for debating. But my reason now today is not to debate. I don't want to debate, but I want us to address this issue of ADF. ADF. Ladies and gentlemen, citizens of Uganda, some of us have grown up. When Museveni came to power, I was 21 years. Today I'm 59. 59 years. And I feel I'm experienced enough to tell Ugandans that I have seen it all. I lived 51 years in Uganda. And those 51 years living in Uganda, about 20 or more years were in active service. I can call it, I have lived about 31 years of traumatic life under Museveni's regime. Now, there's something that I hate, and I've kept talking about it, and I want Ugandans to address this thing. Who is ADF? Who is ADF? I hold, and I strongly hold an opinion that ADF is government. Some of us who have come from disturbed areas, when I was in Tororo, I have been telling people that we stopped government of Uganda. We stopped Museveni's issues of rebels in eastern Uganda, in Tororo and Busia. I remember we stopped it when I was a young man, active and fighting, not with guns, but able to stand out from the community and defend my community. I am simply doing this because I still have that capacity to defend my community and defend Ugandans, and telling them, Ugandan, stand up and say no to ADF. If ADF is fighting government of Uganda, The carrot and stick that we have used for years is not working out. As Ugandans, let's stand up and say no to ADF. Say no to ADF. If we say no to ADF, we are going to know who ADF is. Unfortunately, let me emphasize this. The Muslim communities that is more of associated with ADF is quiet, is silent. And to some of them, this is a business. To Ugandans, especially the central region, where you are being associated with ADF, you are quiet. To some of you, this is a business. But fellow Ugandans, like it or not, profiling people as ADF is now leading us to think that another military man must take over because it's only another military man who will manage Ugandans. Fellow citizens, can we start profiling Ugandans as peaceful people who don't need policing? I saw Honorable Babu. You are crying out that we should support the Uganda police. But how do we support a Ugandan police that has no brains? I lived in Tororo, 100 meters away from the police quarters of Tororo. My house was next to them. In fact, my house was next to the police dog room. Those from Tororo who know me, I was living next on hospital close, next to the police dog training room. And I know the squalid conditions the policemen live in. Some of those policemen, some of them, I went with them to school. They're my relatives. I remember somebody who had a big comb from school where I came from, joined police and started sleeping in such houses. Unless the police starts using their heads, we are not ready to support a police that propagates government propaganda. As a citizen who has grown up being accused falsely, I have been training sportsmen who run for Uganda. I have been accused for being a rebel collaborator, and I'm not. I'm a medical clinical officer by profession. And I'm insisting, Ugandans, let's say no to ADF. And if ADF is fighting, let's go for a negotiated settlement. Let some of us push government to negotiate with ADF, because it costs us. When there are no drugs in the hospital, it is ADF. When there are people dying on the roads, it is ADF. Ugandans, wake up. Wake up. We can't continue living as destitutes in the world. We recently ran here trying to cry for America. No. Jerry Liner, one of the ambassadors of the US Embassy in Kampala one time told me point blank that, James, the problem is you people. It's not us, it's you people. And he told me point blank, because I was employed by them, and said, James, it's only you among the people who have employed who is talking about insecurity, about issues in your country. Your colleagues are quiet. You needed more people like you to speak. So Ugandans, it is us. It is us, not America, not Britain, not anyone. It is us to fight ADF, to fight for freeing and changing the course our country takes. Thank you for listening to me once more. I'm James William Mugeni, a medical clinic officer. I'm not a rebel. I'm not ADF. But I'm a citizen who has heard and seen enough of this nonsense that is going on in Uganda. Thank you.